Every year, a new game claims it will reinvent the Souls-like formula. Hell is Us dares to strip away maps, markers, and modern hand-holding. But is it the next cult classic, or just another ambitious mess? Let's step into the fog and find out.
Picture this: a war-torn land where maps are useless, markers don't exist, and every step could drag you into the unknown. That's Hell is Us, the new action-adventure from Rogue Factor, out now on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X/S. You play as Remy, a deserter soldier returning to his homeland of Hadia, only to find it split apart by civil war and plagued by the supernatural calamity. On paper, it's the kind of premise that feels ripped straight from a bleak war drama with a paranormal twist. The stage is set, the fog is thick. But does the production deliver?
Gameplay promises a Souls-like experience with a twist. Dodge rolls, parries, stamina, and merciless enemies. The saving grace is the healing pulse, an ability designed to ease the brutality. Yet here lies the first crack. Dodges feel unreliable, parry windows floaty, and hit feedback lacks the satisfying crunch of Sekiro or Elden Ring. Combat wants to be precise, but too often collapses into frustration. Exploration is the game's boldest gamble. No map, no compass, no markers. You wander, observe, and follow rumors. When it works, it's magical. Stumbling into ruins or returning a stolen watch to a grieving farmer with no quest prompt at all. But when it fails, it becomes aimless wandering. Some stretches drip with atmosphere, others feel barren, like unfinished sets. Campaign length sits around 12 to 15 hours, with maybe 20 if you scour every corner. It's strictly single player, with little replay value and no confirmed New Game Plus. This is a mid-tier journey, not a sweeping epic, and here's the burning question: value. At $60 to $70 for a maximum of 20 hours, Hell is Us gives you less bang for your buck compared to giants like Elden Ring or Remnant 2, which deliver 40 to 80 hours at the same price. If you crave atmosphere and the bold no-map design, it may be worth the ticket. But if you care about cost-per-hour gameplay, this feels more like a wait-for-sale deal. Technically, the game runs at 4K/30 frames per second, or 1440p/60 frames per second on PS5, with a file size of roughly 45 GB. Atmosphere is undeniable, but stiff animations and uneven polish constantly remind you this is a AA production, not AAA.
So how has it landed with critics? IGN scored it 6 out of 10, calling it bold but clumsy. GamesRadar gave it 2.5 out of 5, praising the mood but slamming combat. On Metacritic, it sits at 68, with OpenCritic showing 65% recommended. Community reactions are split. Some admire its haunting world, others call it a chore to play. And honestly, they're not wrong. Hell is Us is ambitious, atmospheric, and occasionally brilliant, but also clunky, repetitive, and uneven. It wants to be a masterpiece of mystery and dread, but too often feels like a rough sketch of a better game. Hell is Us is a bold experiment trapped in its own fog, worth exploring if you crave mood and mystery. But if you're here for sharp combat and polish, you'll leave disappointed. Now tell me, would you brave Hadia without a map, or wait for the fog to clear with a discount? Drop your take below and subscribe to Hideout EXP Boost for more cinematic reviews and brutally honest recaps.